Do you know? Should you know? Maybe not. Should you know? We'll let Mike define that for us.
Yeah, it's gonna be a should you.
Okay. Do tell.
Do you know and should you know all your nationalities?
Interesting.
Cool.
That's a nice route.
I like this. Now, this is I immediately half blame my parents for this because I don't think it could possibly be true. But what I have forever told everyone is that I'm 75% Italian and then 12.5% Irish and 12.5% Polish.
What?
To make the other
5%
Italian.
Italian.
And I have the beautiful white, paley, pasty Irish Polish skin.
But I think that means you'd.
I'm 3/4 Italian. Because
Yeah, but wouldn't your. So both of your parents would have to be 50% Italian, right?
No, one could be 100% and one could be 50%.
this is interesting. Well, my grandparents, my one set, are straight from Italy. So they're 100%.
Yeah.
And that goes down to my dad. So I guess my dad is
100%.
Yeah.
And therefore
Okay,
your mom's probably 50%.
Is that how that works? Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. And yeah, my mom's okay. So, but the 12.5% is like weird. So I guess my mom, because my mom's then probably 50-50, right? That would equal my numbers.
Yeah.
Huh. I might be.
Yeah.
Or maybe 50-25-25 to get the 12.5 for you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, what I immediately thought of when you said this is I've always wanted to, and I've just put it off for years, is doing the whole Ancestry.com.
Yeah.
And
Find
like
out.
putting my DNA sample in and seeing where the fuck this line goes and shit.
I never understood
don't-
like what that. I never looked into it. And so you actually have to do that, like send a piece of your hair.
Well, that's like
Yeah,
the
it's
new
like a-
thing.
It's like
Yeah.
a saliva sample
Oh,
and a
that's-
piece of your hair.
oh wow.
And
Like
they-
they send you like a swab and a little thing.
You could. Well, you don't have to do that. You could do it the other way,
Yeah.
like just through they unlock
Information.
their book
No, but
encyclopedia or whatever.
but
and
the
then-
nationality, like that's just like tracing like. I think the like finding out like your actual percentages, like you were just talking about, is like you have to do the DNA. Shit.
Yeah, to get a more accurate
Yeah.
result, yeah.
So what does that do though? What do they do with
It's,
it?
I
I
feel
think
like it's
look,
entirely.
This is, you always joke about resident scientists, but this is actually an area where I'm like a resident
Okay,
scientist.
so scientist Nick,
So,
foreplay, go ahead.
There's a lot of bioinformatic analysis that could go on. Basically, we look for patterns. Okay, we look for patterns in everyone's DNA. So let's say every human in general has an AGTC sequence in a certain region of your DNA. So we look for that, right? Now let's say everyone from Asia we've noticed has, after that AGCT, has an AAA, right? We start to notice that Asian people have that AAA. Maybe European people have like AAC, et cetera, and there's slight variations there, but enough similarities in certain geographic regions that you could find trends using like, computer software and analytical data. So you can plug your sequence in, see where it matches up to those similarities. You like to believe that it's not by chance. Sometimes it can be by chance because you mutate all the time. So theoretically, his DNA could mutate to a point where it looks like DNA that originated in Asia, for instance, and you'd get a false positive in that case. The likelihood is low that would be the case, but the likelihood exists. Any mutation anywhere is possible. But generally speaking, they take that data through hundreds of thousands of possibly millions of sequences, and they stack yours against that as well to give you those percentages. If that makes sense. That's a very quick synopsis of what happens there.
That was perfect.
Thank you.
I'm just deeply upset that I didn't ask for the scientist to speak and then he spoke. So next time maybe you should wait
I despise you.
and get told what to do
I just
and then do your fucking job. I'm just kidding, Nick. That was wonderful. This does make me want to really actually take the next step and like go purchase this.
It's really cool.
As
and
you
it's
guys
getting
discuss,
cheaper
I am
and cheaper.
curious to see how much it is.
It's 100.
It used to be it used to be thousands. The
Yeah.
tech
Really?
has gotten so much better and so much more accurate.
Wow.
So it's much better. Definitely. Much cheaper.
Now, what if you sent them the sample, and they just like fucked up? Oops, I dropped this. And you gave them some other sample, and then they come back and tell you, and then you start living a lie because they told you false history.
like you're full blown Asian.
I'm 100% full blown Asian. No.
Well, there's
Clearly,
also there's also
Rosie, you were actually adopted.
You probably go
See?
into it.
You can find out that too.
You probably go into it. They probably tell you like, take everything, take all this with,
Some
there probably
disclaimer,
isn't 100%
yeah.
certainty with any of it yet, right?
there's no 100% certainty with anything. Again, I was just saying his mutations could be false positives on their own. Like theoretically, you
Why
could
are you
have,
focusing on me and saying my
because
mutations?
you're the one talking about getting the
He's
testing.
assuming that you
But anyone,
mutate.
Mutated.
any one of us could achieve random mutations that would change the map of what we look like stacked against
Can I be
everything
an
else.
X-Men?
That's
I
just
mean,
such a
you would
cool
be-
word.
Who knows? Who knows?
Mutation.
Mutation, mutant.
Quick question: who would you be from the X-Men?
Doctor
Disrespect.
Evil.
What?
So you just got hit with two things that made
See, I was
zero
gonna-
sense.
I was gonna
My
go.
brain just like fried a little bit because I actually like thought like, wait, is that actually?
I don't know why I yelled doctor, but I was gonna say Doctor Octopus, and then Doctor Evil came out.
Either way, none of them were fucking.
Yeah. What?
Either way, it made no sense. So I don't know why you're trying to defend yourself.
You would want to be Cyclops, right? Because your fucking
You're-
eyes.
You're basically halfway
have
there.
super eyes.
You're basically halfway there, anyway.
Mike, you were Greek. Nick, you were Italian. Kevin, you were Irish. This has been the Foreplay Podcast. No,
Wait, we still have a lot more. We still have a lot more. I actually have a lot more to say.
I was joking.
I
spoke for every
I
single
also
one of
wanna
you.
Say that I can't stand like when we would talk about this stuff in like maybe middle school or high school, and there would always be a bunch of kids that are just like, yeah, but I'm like 5% Cherokee.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that's great.
No, you're not, and that doesn't matter.
It is very interesting that my mom's fiance Larry, whom you all know, he did do like some type of this like years ago, and he did find out that he's like 1% black. Larry, for those out there who
But it's
doesn't
just,
know,
like,
is
that's, like,
100%
one of those
white.
Things that like.
Oh yeah, but he is like he's got some like relatives and ancestry that he does have that in him. And
Yeah.
that's something you would never know by looking at someone.
Yeah.
And you would also never know that I'm 3/4 Italian because of my pasty white skin and not nice complexion or olive skin, but whatevs.
I'm not like entirely interested in going
Deep down the
way,
rabbit hole.
way back, but
Yeah.
finding like, you know,
The percentages.
no, just like even, I don't know, just finding the people that even
Came here.
came here, you know, like knowing who those people are probably
Do
is
you know who-
relevant because knowing what they went through and everything else.
Do you know when people came here in your family or?
The only thing my grandpa was huge into all this stuff. Like he was putting together a crazy family tree and stuff like that. I know one of my other uncles is really into all this stuff and he's got it all down, but I
Yeah.
am not.
Yeah, my grandparents made it
Well-versed.
easy where my grandparents were straight from Italy, so I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, first
Yeah,
generation.
I
from-
find
Easy
it
peasy.
it's
Yeah.
interesting stuff. It's just a matter of me actually finding the
Doing it.
Yeah.
information.
Yeah.
Well, Mike, you're at least 50% Greek, right? Because your dad's parents were
well-
from Greece.
Well,
right?
my dad's from Greece,
Yeah, I
so he's
forgot.
100%. So yeah, 50, and then my mom's just like
Czech Republic. No, I was not making a joke. I thought that was one of your things. Or Czechoslovakia.
no
You know Czech.
Polish.
Chuck E. Cheese.
Polish.
Chuck E.
Chuck E.
Cheese.
Chuck E. Cheese.
Yes, I have Chuck E. Cheese in my DNA.
Continue.
Great.
No, yeah. So 50% Greek, and then I guess the rest is just like Polish, German, Irish, like that. The normal, like, you know,
Spread.
yeah, that everyone just says. Like,
I feel like I know more Polish people than anything else. Like everyone.
Everyone's a little Polish. This is interesting.
that's
I feel
what
that
mean,
same
like,
way.
just like Irish and German.
I feel like a lot of
stuff.
Italian people as well.
I don't think there's any Italian in me. I don't want any Italians in me.
Fair.
I'm just gonna shut up. Nick, go ahead.
Well, since we're still talking about our own percentages and whatnot, I'll refrain from some of the other stuff I have to say. I'm half and half. 50 Italian, 50 Argentine.
Oh yeah.
I always forget that you're Argentine. Who's your mom's
Di
Argentine?
madre.
Do you root for Argentina in the World Cup?
I do.
Was your mom born in Argentina?
No. My aunt was. Her younger sister was. Her younger sister was because they were on vacation.
Why did you
at the
say
time.
aunt like that?
It's so weird the
Oh.
first time.
I didn't think too much, but
Yeah.
no. But my
Frank.
my grandma and grandpa on my mom's side were
Were
first
from?
gener- They
Okay.
came straight from Argentina. So, and my great grandfather.
And then your
My dad's
dad's parents are from Italy.
Yes.
That's interesting. So
So-
you're dead 50-50.
I'm like pretty much dead
Yeah.
50-50. I'm sure that there's
a little
more
remnants,
variation in
scraps,
there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know more Spanish or Italian?
Spanish. We discussed this.
La garganta.
La garganta. But no, I've been having a little bit of trouble though. I've been using my Spanish a lot more at work, and the dialects and the accents from some of the guys are so much different than what I'm used to, and like there are sentences that they say that there are words that I've never heard in my life, and I'm just trying to piece it
Or do you
together.
think it's just like a different like way they say it?
It's combination. That's what I'm saying. The different accents, but also dialects. Like imagine trying to have like a full blown conversation with like a Scottish or an Aussie person. They're still speaking English,
Yeah.
but there's so many slang terms that you don't know that
Yeah.
when they're putting together sentences.
And it's not even
It's like-
slang to them because it's probably like
Exactly.
words that like people around them use every single
Yep,
day. All
exactly.
the time.
So that's basically what Spanish is like too. I'm basically, speaking English. They're speaking, or I'm speaking Spanish. They're speaking Spanish, but I'm American and they're Aussie or Welsh or whatever. Wherever their differences in accents. So I've been having a lot of trouble with that. So I'm trying to get used to conversing more. But main point being, I know more Spanish than Italian by far.
Kevin, you were the Irish and Polish represent. More Irish,
I'm not-
correct?
I have no Polish.
Oh. Well, I thought you said. I thought you were Polish
Everyone's
because you said
Polish.
everyone's
No,
Polish.
that's what I feel like. Everyone is but me,
Everyone.
which is crazy.
Yeah.
But
Hi, Vincent, as he walks in.
no, there is a German side to me. I'm not too familiar with. I'm not really well versed in all of my.
Of your background. So,
My
were you like
background.
3/4 Irish then?
I couldn't really tell
Couldn't tell you.
Couldn't
Okay.
tell you.
Well, you said you were holding back something to say.
Was your family
When we get to the
part of
should you know.
Third Reich?
Yeah.
you. I don't think so.
That could be. I mean, he doesn't know.
That Always Sunny in Philadelphia episode, where he finds out his grandfather was an
yeah.
actual
Yeah.
SS soldier.
Oh my god.
But yeah, I have more for the should you know.
All right, so yeah, should people know? Well, Nick, you lead off since you have something to say.
I would love to. I think it is important to know. Obviously, there are the people that are like, "Oh, I'm 3% Cherokee," blah blah blah. But I do think that in the long term, having everyone know their true percentages could help with racial tension over time, and not just in America, but in other parts of the world too. Like we're not the only country that has racism. Every country has some sort of racism, whether it's whatever races it's against. And I watched the video this one time, and people did actually do just this. They got DNA tests.
Oh yeah, I saw
And before that, they were like, some of them were talking crap about other races. Like
Wow.
I would never have any German in me. Percentage,
Yeah,
50% German, exactly. So, and I think that could help, break down boundaries and have people be more like, all right, you know what, we are one and the same. So that's my motivation for saying that you should know.
So does that mean you hate Kevin because you believe people should know, and Kevin
That's not.
kind of didn't know?
I
I mean, I know the basics
yeah.
of it,
Yeah.
German,
Plus-
Irish, but as far as the details, I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, none of
Sure.
us. I mean, we're all just been told
It's
this,
not like-
so we
Exactly.
don't
I have
know
no
if any of ours
factual
is
proof.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's
true.
I would
like
love
all-
to get a DNA test.
Yeah.
I would
all
love
that
to.
information isn't just thrown at your face either.
No.
It's
No.
saying, something
You might as well
stuff you
just
gotta
get
go
like
look
an
for.
HIV test while you're at it too. So.
Check everything.
Check
Pretty
everything.
sweet.
Cover all my bases.
Check the oil.
Ancestry.com, please check everything for me. People, they can know it if they want. I don't think people should. No. I think,
I feel
I
like
think
it's
it's cool to
different.
know if you want to.
I feel like it's different now too, though, since just America, the melting pot. But obviously, years ago, I feel like it was like more important to know. Everybody should.
Oh, there was
know.
a giant point of
I
pride.
feel like
Yeah.
if you
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
know, then you were an idiot.
Yeah.
Almost.
I mean, the
but I'm
further-
talking about way back.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
The further and further you get away from the point at which everyone had come out,
Yeah.
got cast over here,
Well, how New
So
York
that's
was
like
literally
less and less.
broke into neighborhoods by
Yeah.
language
Yeah.
and country, and there was gangs of each and all that
Gangs
shit.
in New York. That's a sick ass movie.
Never seen it. I don't really think it exists. You know what does exist?
You guys seen
The
it?
Foreplay podcast.
Yes.
The Foreplay podcast does exist, and you can watch
Padcast.
it, the podcast, at youtube.com/foreplay-video. We appreciate all your support and watchings of
All
the
of them.
shows all over the countries.
Beijing.
Big fan of our website, foreplayvids.com. 13% of our viewership last month, which
I
was
wonder-
about 215 views in a month. You guys can check that out. You should also be sure to follow us on the Instagrams, the Twitters. We post on that at 4playvids. You can now search us on Facebook because I have our username now at 4playvids. Like the page there, so you can be notified of all the shit we are doing. We will be back another week.
Subscribe.
Ooh. Thank you guys for watching or listening.
Please subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/4playvideo.
If you like what we're doing, make sure to smash that like button.
Be sure to share all our videos with your friends so we could continue to grow. And we'll see you next time.
Bye bye.